Hello all, welcome to today's session. Let's dive into how PDF publishing is evolving from desktop publishing to cloud-based Power PDF production. In this session, we will cover some common friction points in the legacy publishing, a modern cloud-enabled PDF publishing approach. We will also see the real-world example of dynamic and flexible output in our live demonstration. And finally, we will see the strategical impact and key takeaways. Before we dive in, a quick note on who I am. I'm Pulkit Nagpal, a product expert in Adobe Experience Manager Guides, and I am in content management industry for last 8 years. I started as a software engineer building authoring tools and gradually moved into the roles that connect the technology with the strategy, especially around data publishing. I now help teams deliver the content that not just published, but strategical, scalable, and built for impact. So, what are some situations enterprise face when they go through the traditional journey? Let's have a look on some common friction points teams face with the traditional data publishing. While the legacy tools like DataOT offer the flexibility, making the layout or the branding changes often require the deep technical knowledge like XSL FO and scripting. Even a small design tweaks can quickly turn into significant engineering efforts. The steep learning curve slows down the onboarding and cross-team usage. The legacy setups can be tough to adopt, especially for the new team members. The modern design needs like web fonts and updating the cover page dynamically often requires a very heavy custom work that isn't scalable. The metadata often goes underutilized as it's rarely used to drive the automation or smart output decisions. These are some common challenges we have seen across the teams. So now you know the challenges being faced, but how to approach them? Let's have a look. To make the PDF publishing more scalable, intelligent, and brand consistent without complexity, AM Guide introduced the native PDF engine. It moves away from XSL FO, offering a low-code, template-driven approach for your PDF making. Now, the new teams can onboard faster and scale themselves with the templates and a very basic HTML and CSS knowledge. Authors and publishers can use the guided templates to maintain the balance, consistency, and the flexibility. And since the engine is metadata aware, you can dynamically utilize these metadata into your PDF output. Let's bring into the life a few use cases that shows us these capability in action. On purpose, we will start with the different use cases. The first use case is how I can change the front cover in a scalable manner. So for the first use case, I have a map title. On the left side, I have taken a screenshot of the PDF. If you see, I have a types of vehicle, which has a front cover image on the back side. And in the bottom, I have some static text. The title of the page will automatically change as you change the brand or as you change the map. And similarly, you can also change the front cover image based on which brand you are publishing. And third, based on the language which you are publishing, the static text will automatically change. For example, if I change my language to French, automatically this text will change into the French language. Now, let's jump to the PDF, the final PDF, how it will look. So this is my brand number 1, which is a type of vehicles, which has a static text in the bottom and a front cover image in the back. So if I change my brand to cars, and if I see my front cover image is automatically changed, and similarly for different brands, my front cover image is dynamically changing. If I want to publish this in the French version, I can have a French title, and also the static text which is termed in condition apply, will change automatically to the translated language, that is French here. What if I tell you that all this PDF is published from a single map via the automation? Let's see how. We will jump to AM Guides. This is my AM system. I'll open the AM Guides. As soon as I open the AM Guides, on the top I have some recent files, and the below I have a favorite collection. I'll go to the favorite collection. I'll open Adobe Auto, types of vehicle. As soon as I open my type of vehicle map, it will automatically open this map in the map view and also in the author view. I could also have jumped to this map via the repository by clicking on this repository, going to the map and double clicking on it. Let me give you a quick glimpse of the file and the content inside it. The type of vehicle is a parent map which has 3 sub-brands called cars, motorbikes, and trucks. Each brand has its own topics called hatchback, sedan, SUV, etc. And also I have front matter, which has some information like copyright information and abstract. I've also added a book list, which is TOC, which will automatically get generated when I publish the file. I've also added some book meta information like author information, organization information, keywords, book change history, and copyright information. I'll show you how these information can be utilized in your PDF for the automation purpose. Now I will jump to the PDF template. I have Adobe Auto template. I'll click on this. I'll go to the page layout. Page layout are different layouts which you can use for chapters, front cover, back cover, list of figures, and TOC. Let's see the final output on how this will look. So this is the final front cover which it will look. Let's try and create this front cover from the scratch and see how much effort it will take us to build from the scratch. Right now, this is the blank front cover I have. My body is blank. The front cover is divided into the 3 areas, that is header, footer, and the content. Since this is a front cover, I will only be concentrated on the content area. I'll click on content area. I'll add a paragraph. And then I will go to the fields. I'll go to the metadata and add a title. Now, what are the fields? Fields are nothing but the metadata information which you can use for your automation. For example, you can take the different metadata either from the file properties, map content, or from the topic content or topic file properties. I can utilize the XPath or the property name which I want to utilize in my page layout. I'll click on OK and insert. I'll press enter, add a paragraph, and now I want to add a language variable which I want to change as I change the language. I'll go to the option, language variable. I already have some language variable created after the box. I've added another language variable called TC. I'll insert it. Language variables are the variables which I want this to be utilized as a static text, and I want this to be automatically come as a translated text when I select a particular language. Now I'll go to the title. We will format this. We'll go to the content properties, font. I'll change the font size to maybe 50px, keep it bold, add a color to it. I'll give a little line width here, and maybe I can give some line spacing as well. I'll just take it in the middle. I'll also add a position. Maybe I can add 50 and 250. Similarly, I will keep it smaller. I'll keep it italic. Maybe I can add the same color. I want to keep this in the position in the below. Maybe I can keep 0.5 rem. 0.5 rem. It is in the perfect place now. Now let's add a dynamic image on the backside. I'll add a paragraph. I'll click on this and click on variables. Now I'll add a logo variable. What is logo variable? Variables are nothing but the predefined HTML which you want to utilize or dynamically utilize as you change the brand. I'll add a logo. It will automatically add the default image. What I will do is I will keep the position as absolute and keep it as background image. It looks good to me, but my title, I'll just keep the title out, or I could have used the Z index here. I'll also change the color to maybe white. This white looks more better. 255, 255. Similarly, I will change the color to the white. I'll just add a little transparency so that it looks good. So now you see I have added a front cover, or I have created my front cover in a very short span of time. Now I'll quickly show you how language variables are created. Let me go to the variables first. In the variables, I'll click on logo, edit. If you see here, I have a predefined HTML in which I have defined the name of my PNG file, that is Adobe Auto. If I change the brand to brand 3, automatically my name of the image will change. So if I see here, I have Adobe Trucks, and for the brand 2, I have Adobe Bikes. I'll just show you the language variables as well. So in the language variables, I can select different languages. I have predefined variables here. I can add my own variable and a value from the top. For example, I have used the TC variables, that is a terms and condition apply. And if I switch back to French version, I can see my French version has a translated static text which I can utilize while publishing the PDF. I'll just show you how you can utilize this in the actual PDF publishing. I'll open the preset, and in the preset, if you go below, you can see I can define the language in which I want to publish, and also I can define the brand of which I want to publish, or the variable set. For example, if I select the brand 3, automatically my truck image and my truck variables will be active. I'll just select the default now. Jump to PDF. So you have seen how I can quickly create a front cover image and how I can automate this for my different brands. Now we will jump to our next use case, that is demo use case number 2, or passed into my PDF as a footer. We will also see how I can change the number formatting for my front matter, and also how I can restart the page numbering for my chapter. Let's directly jump to the AM guides. As I've shown, I'm currently on the types of vehicle map, where I have added a book meta information, which contains copyright first, copyright last, and the organization name. We will see how we will utilize this information in the PDF template. We will open the PDF template, go to the page layout called front matter, which is relevant for my front matter pages. In this, if I scroll down, I have 3 variable fields, that is copyright organization, copyright first, and copyright end. If I open the copyright organization and edit this, I can see I have added a metadata information from my map content via the XPath, which will automatically resolve while publishing the PDF. It will automatically take the organization name from this XPath and will add it directly into my footer section. If tomorrow I want to change the organization name, or if I change the map, this will automatically or dynamically change the content based on the map we have selected. In a similar way, I can utilize the copyright first and copyright last information. Now we will jump to the chapter pages and see how I can restart the numbering for my chapter. For this, I will go to the page properties. In the page properties, I can see I have added a value called restart from page number 1. If I select this, I can increase the value to 2 or 3. Similarly, my numbering of the chapter will automatically start with the page number 1. I have also checked in this option, that is apply to the first occurrence. How this will help is this will automatically start the page numbering only for the first occurrence, and it will not restart the page numbering for every chapter. For example, if I show you in the PDF, if I scroll to my TOC, you can see I have a chapter 1 starting with 1, but the chapter 2 is starting with the 3. That is, the chapter number is continuing and it is not restarting as I have given in my PDF page layout properties. Now I'll jump back, and now we will see how I can change the number formatting for my front matter. For this, I have utilized the CSS. I will go to the source and I will see I have added a TOC level 1 front matter after, in which I have instructed to use the upper Roman format instead of the numeric format. By utilizing the CSS, I will get a Roman numbering for my front matter and numeric numbering for my chapter pages, and the chapter pages are restarting from the first value. Let's now jump to the third use case. That is, just similar to maps metadata, I will now pass the topic's prologue meta information directly into the PDF. We will also see some interesting use cases like Adobe Web Font, adding Adobe Web Font, and also how I can automatically generate the barcode via the given values. Let's start with the topic's prologue data. For this, we will go back to our map. In the map, I have a brand called cars, in which I have topics maybe called hatchback and sedan. If I see the prologue of one of my topic, I can see the change revision as 540. But for the other topic, I may have a different change revision prologue meta information as 720. The same information is getting passed on to my PDF. That is, if I am on the hatchback, I'm getting the change revision as 540. But if I switch to another topic, that is, I'm getting the different change revision, that is 720. So how to achieve this? In a similar way like a map content, I will go to the PDF properties, chapter page left, scroll down. I've added a change history. I'll click on this. I'll edit it. In a similar way, just like I have added a map content, I can also add a topic content meta information and pass the XPath for my topic's prologue, which will automatically get resolved just like map content directly into my PDF. Now we will see how I can utilize the web-based font into my PDF. I will open one of the fonts called Bebas Neo Pro. I'll add this to the web project. I can either create a new project or add it to the existing project. I'll click to add it to the existing project. Save. I'll get an import link here I just have to copy this import link, go to my PDF template, style sheet, content, and paste this in my style sheet. This will automatically import my font in the PDF, and then I can change the font family to the required font which I have added. I can also do this from the source, or I can do this from the UI itself. Finally, we will also generate a barcode based on the numeric values. Let's open the chapter right page, go to the source. We see here I have added a span with the class as barcode, which has some numeric values which will automatically get changed into the barcode just like this. As soon as I create the span with the class as barcode, which has some numeric values which will automatically get changed into the barcode just like this. As soon as I create the PDF, let's jump back and see how I have utilized this. I'll jump to the custom styles, source. If you see, I have added a barcode class and handle this to create the barcode automatically based on the CSS. I can also ask my AI on how I can add a barcode in my PDF, and my AI will give the same answer to you and the same CSS I have utilized here to generate the barcode automatically. Now we will jump to the demo use case number 4, that is creating the SEO friendly PDF through the metadata propagation. For creating SEO friendly PDF or for passing your meta information directly into the PDF, AM Guides has provided you the option. We will jump to the map console, native PDF preset, and meta information. The first option is use metadata added into the map file. With this option, I can directly pass the book meta information, that is the book meta information like author, keywords, organization name directly into my PDF properties from this option. Further, I can provide the third-party XMP file which will directly be utilized into the PDF properties. I can also take an hybrid approach where I can provide some static text for some of the fields, or I can use the dynamic values from my metadata to dynamically get the values into the required field. I'll open the PDF. We'll see how my document properties are looking. If you see, I have title, I have subject, I have keywords, and I have additional meta information as well. This will create a SEO friendly PDF which is easily searchable in any search engine. We will jump to the demo use case number 5 to show how you can quickly switch between the print ready PDF and the web-based PDF. For this, native PDF has given the option in the preset in the print. I have an option to enable trim marks, bleed marks, registration marks, and color bars. As soon as I enable this and add the required bleed box and the CMYK, my PDF will be created in the print ready format, just like this. I have the color bars and my colors are automatically converted in the CMYK color space. Finally, we will see the additional use case, that is adding a static custom page layout directly into the PDF. So if you see, I have a layout in which is not coming from any of my content, but this layout or this content is needed for every PDF irrespective of the brand or the localization. For this, what I can do is I can go to the PDF template, page layout. I can create a new page layout, maybe called custom page layout, and add it here. Since I've already created a page called about company, I can use this page and add it into my PDF page layout order. I'll go to the settings, page layout order, and I can click and add my custom page directly here. So this page will not be existing as a content in your data map, but this will be added as a static page in the same order in which you will give. For example, I have added a about company after the chapter topics, but I can keep this at the last after the back cover as well. So I can change the order of my page layout, whether that is a static page or whether that is a dynamic page. So this ends the total use cases for the demonstration. Now, let's wrap up by looking at what is the strategical impact and the key takeaways we get from this session. On the impact side, we have seen how we can significantly reduce the customization effort and the cost of customization through the guided template and the simple UI. We have also seen how we can quickly go to market and across the channels and the teams. The consistent brand and the design standard across all the output is another impact which we will get from this session. What are some key takeaways we get from this session? We see that the dynamic branding and the language aware layout, which is not just scalable, but also powered by the metadata. We also saw that we can quickly switch between the print and the web-based PDF via the one-click option. And finally, all this PDF happened through the cloud native that is more scalable and approachable. I thank everyone for joining today's session, but we can always connect again. I would love to connect this conversation. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or reach out to me email anytime. Thank you for joining today's session. I wish you have a great day.